Hi, my name is Nikki, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about self-love. So for a long time, I don't think I knew what self-love was, and I think I'm just now learning what it is. And I used to feel embarrassed because when people would talk about self-love, I kind of didn't understand what they were talking about. And the same thing with boundaries. Whenever somebody said you need to strengthen your boundaries, or I didn't even know what boundaries were or what it meant. So on this journey, I just kind of want to talk about what I've learned about self-love so far. So to me, what self-love is basically taking care of your needs, of your safety. And to some people, I think that comes a little bit easier than others. So for instance, let's say you are in a relationship where the other person constantly belittles you or hurts you on purpose, even if they say that they're sorry, but they keep hurting you in the same way repeatedly, even after apologizing, and you stay in that relationship. That is not self-love, because you are not making sure that you're safe. Another example of self-love would be making sure that you treat your body well, right? So that means drinking enough water or eating enough fresh foods, because you only get one body. And we want to treat that one body as well as we can, while we can. Another example of self-love would be to not talk negatively to yourself. So I used to be really good at talking really bad to myself. And I used to tell people that it didn't matter what you said or did to me, because I always treated myself worse or talked to myself worse. And I used to think that that was a sign of strength, when really it's not. So if you are talking negatively to yourself, or if you're putting yourself down, then that's not self-love. So right now I'm trying to be in a habit of uplifting myself, or telling myself the things that I need to hear so that I can keep going. And sometimes we're not going to get that from other people. We have to give it to ourselves. So encouraging yourself, uplifting yourself, having compassion for yourself, being patient with yourself. That is self-love. So another example of self-love that I've learned is, let's say you do some things often that you don't personally like. So like habits or anything like that. And somebody else is telling you that those habits aren't good, but if you know for yourself within your own heart that they're not good for you, for your safety, for your joy, for your peace, and you continue to do those things no matter what anybody else says, whether they think you should or shouldn't, and you continue to do those things, that is not self-love. So sometimes we can spend a lot of time around other people, and those people influence us. And sometimes those influences are good, and sometimes they're not good. So I guess leads me to my next point is sometimes being alone and allowing yourself to be alone is self-love. Because when you are alone with your own thoughts and your own opinions, then you can really connect with who you are as a person and who you want to be, and not necessarily listen to outside voices. That to me is self-love. Another example of self-love would be to make sure you get enough rest. So I used to feel guilty because I sleep a lot, but I think my body just needs sleep. And the way that I learned that was like last year and this year, like for a lot of people, have been very stressful for me. But once I slept and I was given opportunity to just, and a permission, I guess, like I gave myself permission to just relax and to sleep as much as I needed, then I started to feel better. So that's how I learned that maybe my body just really needed to rest. Because not only do I sleep a lot, but I also work a lot. And I don't think I realized how much of a toll that was taking on my body and just in my life. So once I rested without feeling guilty and just being, I realized that I needed that. So if you find that you're tired, or if you work a lot, or if you do a lot of things for other people and you don't take time to yourself, then make sure you do that, because that is an example of self-love too.